Greetings. Well, haven't been too much lava activity today, so let's talk about trapping fruit flies. Making traps is a simple process. It's really easy to actually produce your own traps. Right here I've got one where we've taken a plastic Coke bottle. I poked it with a knife into the side over here so I could make an opening, and then used a pair of scissors to cut around the bottle. That makes it easier to get it open and safer. And so we cut the bottle right here just above the Coke label, take the top off. For use in this trap, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, use it for the top of the trap, and this right here is going to be the bottom or the doorway. See, the flies are going to come inside the bottom here. It's like a funnel now that we've inverted it, and they're going to fly up here and they're going to go in this little hole. But most of them are not quite smart enough to be able to make their way back out, so they get in here and they're caught. Okay, now of course you're going to want to have something to get the fly to want to go inside the bottle, and so that requires a lure. All right, and so there are various different types of lures, but first thing let's talk about is how to go ahead and produce a container to hold the lure. And in this case, what I'm using here is a little fertilizer basket that is commercially available for orchids. It's got a little snap lid here on the top, so I can put the lure inside the basket, shut the lid, and it holds it in place. It's got vents all around it, so the aroma comes out to attract the flies. I've attached that little basket here to a piece of twist tie, a long twist tie. It's a nice long one. So then, after you have some kind of appliance here on this end to hold the lure, and a wire or a tie or something, then you have to go to this end of the bottle, the bottom end of the bottle, and you have to drill a small hole. That small hole will be used to insert the wire through. There we go. Like that. Okay. And so we will take the wire, push it through the hole in the bottle. Then, right here, I have methyl eugenol. Methyl eugenol is a chemical that will attract a variety of different insects. There's quite a list. All right. In my case, and for a lot of you folks, if you live here in the islands, the oriental fruit fly. That's that little guy that gets in your peppers, he gets in your tomatoes. They can get into quite a variety of fruits that have soft skins. These guys will do blueberries too. So they're really a pain. They're very numerous. And this lure will attract the flies and draw them inside the bottle so they can't get back out again. It's quite effective. It will really, really control them. It's one of the best solutions I know of. So the lures are available, at least here in Hawaii, if you're looking for this product, and a few other lures like Q-Lure. There are a variety of sources, but probably easiest is go to the Master Gardeners here in Hilo. They're in the Ag building over there on Komohana. You can look them up, and it's quite inexpensive. Through Master Gardeners, these are $2 per lure, and the lures tend to last for most of the season the flies are around. I get a lot of life out of these. Also, the geckos and the anole lizards just absolutely love to hang around these traps because some of the flies don't go inside and they snap them. And so I've got methyl eugenol in the trap and the lizards outside. It's quite effective. So anyway, you don't want to cut these open until you're ready to use them because otherwise they start to gas off. So what we have in here is something on the order of a little gummy bear. Puyo. It smells like methyl eugenol though, and if you're a Chinese fruit fly, this will drive you mad. So I'm putting the lure right here inside my little basket, and I'm snapping the lid down, just like that. See, so now we have this nice little jelly plug, neat and easy to handle, inside my basket. Then I'm going to take the twist tie here, and I'm going to pull it so it's all the way up. So the basket's all the way at the top of the bottle. Then I take this guy right here, and I push it into the bottom of the bottle just like that. And folks, there you have it. Pretty as you please, real simple. This will work on a wide variety of different types of insects depending on what kind of lure you're putting in there. Now you can use this even for garbage flies or your manure flies. It'll work for them too, but the bait or the lure would be different. A piece of spoiled fish or a little chunk of chicken liver or something on that order that put into a container works really well when you're trying to lure garbage flies. And if you get this whole thing full of trash flies, you know what to do with it. Dunk it in a bucket of water and send them swimming without an aqualung. So, okay, so there's one approach over here, just in case, for those of you who can't find those little orchid fertilizer baskets. They're readily available here on the island through a lot of the suppliers, like Nursery Things in Hilo, for instance. Most of the commercial growers, the supply houses, will have that basket, and it is really convenient. But if you don't have access to those, there are other options. Right here I have a standard pharmacy pill bottle, and what I've done to it is I have drilled a series of holes up and down the sides of the bottle to create vents. Then I drilled one hole here on the end of the bottle to put the wire through. So I'm going to take the wire here and I'm going to push it through that hole. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little hook here in the end of it to keep it from sliding through. There we go, like that. So it stays put. And then the lure is then placed in here and we snap the lid on like that. See, okay. We have another lure. There we are again. Don't leave them around for the kids to chew on. Looks like candy. Drop it right in. Cork it up. There you go. Yep, even I can smell it through the holes, so it's going to work. Alright, so same basic idea here. We got the Coke bottle, we got to get the wire to go through the hole. There we go. Good thing I have my glasses on, right? Alright, and so then, see your little bottle goes all the way to the top there. And again, same thing. Top of a Coke bottle cut off, inserted, there we go. Alright, so we're going to take this one right here and I'm going to head on out into the backyard. We're going to put this up on my peppers to try to track the flies. And then the other one's going to go out in the front yard and I'm going to put it up on my blueberries. Okay, so right here I've got a trap that's been hanging a while. And you can see there's flies walking around on the inside of that. Can't get out. This is a methyl eugenol lure, and so I'm picking up the flies that would ordinarily get into my tomatoes and get into my peppers over here. So right here are my blueberries. They're growing very nicely. We have fruit, we have flowers, but despite the fact that I managed to keep the birds out of here by building this netting structure here with supports, it's on a past video, and no more bird problems, but I'm still losing blueberries. And you can see right there, see them laying on the ground? The blueberries have been attacked by flies. The flies have an ovipositor. They try to lay eggs in the blueberries, and the blueberries then in turn spoil and fall off the plant. I am assuming that it's the Chinese fly. I don't know precisely because I can't see the fly here, but one way to find out, I just hung a trap with the methyl eugenol lure right here. Now, if the methyl eugenol doesn't work out for me, I'll replace it with a Q lure and see if that does the job. But I got it right here at the end of the blueberry row. Should work out pretty well. We'll see. Well, I see that the anole, or the lizards, have already moved in next to the trap by the peppers. He can smell that methyl eugenol. He knows this program. And he says, the flies are coming. I can't wait. These flies are coming. Whoo-hoo. He loves eating those flies. It's very funny watching him. I have a lot of lizards around here that eat a lot of flies, but they can't eat enough of them to save my crops. And so, how's that fly taste, buddy? So right over here, I have hung methyl eugenol lure over some pepper plants. Right over here with my cucumbers, I have put Q lure. And I see in the Q lure, I already have a fly. I just hung this about 4 minutes ago, and we already got one inside there. That's good. They're being drawn to it. And if I can catch the flies before they lay eggs in my cucumbers, I'm going to have pickles. If you live here in Hawaii and you're not using a trap or some sort of a heavy insecticide or something, you ain't going to have pickles. You might have a vine, but then they'll even, some of these will bore right through the darn vine and kill it too, but they'll definitely bore through your pickles. So there we go. Homemade fly traps produced from plastic soda bottles and a pill bottle or a fertilizer dispenser using either Q lure or methyl eugenol. Again, depending on what you're trapping, will depend on what you throw in there as a lure. Aloha, hang loose. There's no lava here today. It's a wonderful day in Hawaii.